Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. What's going on? Well, it's another weekend of riding dirt bikes, and today I've been riding the GPX. Just a bit of an update on the GPX before we talk about the TPI. Yesterday I was out for a morning ride on the trail, local trails, got a bit of a green lane loop that I do, and the hydraulic clutch that was on started to feel a bit funny. It turned out that the slave cylinder was weeping, so last night we've converted it back to cable clutch at the moment, and I've been riding today without any issues. But I've ordered a new slave cylinder for the hydraulic setup, and we'll just see how long it lasts, see where we go with it. But you know, today we've had no issues with the stock clutch lever. It is good as it is, you know, like I said before in the last video, it is good stock. It's just me being personal with the way that I want the bike to be in real terms. But you know, overall today we've had a good ride. The other thing as well, I put the heavier springs in, which were on an old bike of mine, and to be fair, they're a little bit hard. So I think we're going to drop down maybe 1 or 2 rates. The springs what we're in at the moment, they're rated at 46, so they're a bit stiffer than I would normally have. There were I got heavier rates for the older bike that I had, because it had a big tank on it and it was designed to carry luggage as well. So we might have to go down to a 44. The KTM has 44 rated springs in, so I think we'll match the springs in that to the same as that, and then we'll be happy. Then we'll be really happy. Yeah, so a bit hard on the front at the moment, and we've gone back to a cable clutch, just a temporary thing, but otherwise going good. 2 different bikes. We've got, you know, a KTM TPI 2019 here. I was out on that last weekend, as you've probably seen on the video from Wern Quarry. Really good days riding on it. But you know, the 2 just different animals. I just felt like riding the GPX today. Did about 12 laps or so at Cowm Quarry, just to get some bike fitness in this week. We've not done any sort of fitness, not been able to do anything this week for various reasons. So we needed a bit of bike time, and it filled the gap nicely with the GPX. We've got some Gopro footage to show you at the end. But what I want to talk about is weight. The week before last, I got some new weighing scales, some 200 kilo weighing scales, and I thought it'd be nice just to compare both bikes. Now, like I said before, they are different beasts in their own right. 300cc performance machine here, hard enduro machine. 224 trail bike. When you look at these 2 bikes, they look very similar, just a performance thing. What's different? But from a setup point of view, we've got identical rear wheel setups. We've got Luke Shirley tubes on both bikes, different tyres, but I think the tyre on the TPI, it might be lighter than the tyre on the GPX, I'm not sure. But we've got the same inflation system on the back. We've got swing arm guards. When I weighed them, both had the same amount of fueling. We've got aluminium sum guards on both bikes. On the GPX, it's an Enduro Engineering one with a linkage protector on. On the TPI, we've got the Artiform one, the aluminium sub guard with the exhaust frame type guard up there. How much that weighs in relation to the guard what's on the GPX, I'm not quite sure. I don't think there's a great deal in it, to be honest. Both bikes have got the same type of hand guards on. Both bikes have got protection on the lower forks. Now the TPI has got aluminium protection. The GPX has got plastic, so it's a little bit lighter. On the up front headlights, both bikes have got LEDs, so there's a little bit of extra weight in there. Both bikes have got very similar tyres up front, and they've both got mousses as well up front. So actually the tyres are the same size on each bike, and they've both got mousses. So yeah, in terms of the setup, the bikes are very similar. One of the big differences really between these two bikes is the linkage on the GPX and the PDS on the KTM. KTM is a smaller, suspension setup on the rear, so it's going to be lighter than the GPX, which has a bigger shock and the linkage with the dog bone as well. So there's a bit of extra weight in there. So both bikes, although they are different beasts, they are set up very similar with the equipment that they've got on them. So how much do they weigh? Well, the TPI 2019 300 TPI set up, as it is with the stuff that I want on it, weighed in just over 122 kilos, which I didn't think were too bad, to be honest. Some people might think that's quite heavy, but it is what it is. I'm quite happy riding that bike as it's set up, and for my ability, and I think I ride it quite well, reasonably well. GPX, and remembering this bike is virtually or near enough half the price of a brand new KTM, yeah, okay, weighed in at 129.6 kilograms. So I think in real world terms, there's probably 10 kilos between these bikes. If you stripped them down to, so they were actually, with no equipment on them, no disc guards, no sump guards, just bare bikes, I would think there'd be about 10 kilos between the bikes in a real world scenario, which I don't think is too bad. The only time I really feel the weight on this bike is when I'm moving it around the garage, when I'm having to pick the back end up. That is the only time I really feel or notice that this bike is heavier than that bike is when I'm moving them around. I don't feel the weight when I'm riding it, that's the thing. When I'm riding this, it feels just as heavy as this, and vice versa. So there you go. That's a bit of a real world weigh off between a TPI and the GPX TSE 250R. What do you think? Let me know in your comments below. So if you like the channel, subscribe. Like I said, just tell me what you think in the comments below, and I'm going to leave you now with some GoPro footage from today riding the GPX at Cowm Quarry. So stay tuned. Hard Enduro Adventure Media at Eurotech, and on Robles at GPX Dirt Bike page. See you soon, guys. Gear that. Back in a second. Feel a bit better now.